Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Akakwadash. Double blessings and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Cross is Agabar here, back with another lesson through the spirit. I want to talk to you real quick about events that have been going on in the news. There have been 3 big earthquakes. Or Salaki, I don't want to say big, but hey, no, it is big. 3 big earthquakes that have taken place in different parts of the world. 2 of them happening today and 1 happening yesterday. So we're going to talk about that. Got 3 articles for each earthquake, or Salakia, 1 article for each earthquake. Going to pull those up. Got a few precepts I'm going to talk about, and Lord willing to be edifying to you all out there listening. So without further ado, let's get into it. And it reads, Bay Area hit with second 3.7 mag earthquake in 3 days. The San Francisco Bay Area was met with another earthquake on Sunday morning, the second quake to affect the area since Friday. So Salakia, 2 earthquakes happened yesterday and 1 happened today. The magnitude 3.7 earthquake's epicenter was recorded near Concord, California, but the U.S. Geological Survey report indicates light shaking was felt all throughout the Bay Area. The earthquake happened about at about 8:50 a.m. Pacific time. The USGS said the earthquake had a depth of nearly 9 miles. Friday's quake, also at 3.7 mag, was reported just off the coast of San Francisco in the Pacific Ocean. No injuries or damage were reported from either earthquake. Now, the water. I was just thinking. There was another earthquake somewhere, and it was in Saudi Arabia, which is right here underneath that article. But I want to say this though. The reason why the Bay Area is always getting hit with earthquakes is because of what goes on in that city. I'm gonna just give you an example. One of the Bay Area's nicknames. Why is this nigga blasting his music? Salaki, not the Bay, but San Francisco. Nope, it's not San Francisco. It's not Bay. Okay. Salakia. Give me 1 second. Man, because I know it's... Here it is. Nicknames. As you can see on the screen. So that is the reason why there's always stuff happening. The ABC Mecca. That's the reason why the Lord continuously judges that place with natural disasters. So I just wanted to get that real quick. The water for bearing with me. Now, the second. I believe this one happened yesterday. Yeah, kind of. 6.2 mag earthquake strikes southwest Mexico. A magnitude 6.2 mag earthquake rattled a region of southwest Mexico on Sunday. The USGS said there were no immediate reports of casualties or damage. The tremor was about 5 miles from Colcaman de Vasquez Pilares, a municipality of around 20,000 people, about 372 miles west of the capital, Mexico City. The quake struck at a depth of 53 miles. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said on social media platform X that the National Emergency Services have reported there are no new developments and are initiating review protocols in Colcaman. Mexico lies on 5 tectonic plates that make it one of the world's most earthquake-vulnerable countries, particularly on the Pacific coast. And I'm not surprised, man. I was just talking to the brother about this. The Northern Kingdom tribes are fully engulfed with Catholicism. And it's connected to Babylon the Great, so that's another thing too. In 1985, an 8.1 mag quake centered on the Pacific coast ravaged much of central and southern Mexico, killing thousands and causing severe damage in Mexico City. 7.1 mag quake on September 19th, 2017, killed 369 people, most of them in the capital. On the same day in 2022, central Mexico was hit by another quake just hours after millions of people had taken part in a mock earthquake safety exercise. The repercussions of the 7.6 mag quake extended as far as 1,500 miles north, where 4-foot tall waves began turning inside a Death Valley cave called Devil's Hole. And then the third earthquake. A tsunami warning has been issued after a significant earthquake hit the Pacific Ocean on Monday morning, and they eventually took that warning back because it apparently the earthquake or the tsunami could have potentially hit the United States, or that warning at least. A 6.9 mag earthquake reportedly shook the Pacific Ocean on Monday morning, hitting mostly in Japan. A tsunami warning was promptly issued for much of the Pacific Ocean region following a major quake. The United States has been home to some significant earthquakes in recent weeks. And we've been, brothers have been reporting on these things, man, because that's our job. We have to be watchmen. We have to warn the people. Or we have to tell the people the reasons why these things are happening. It was earthquakes. There's been a lot of earthquakes already. And we just came into the new year. It was earthquakes in Ethiopia January 1. So, and like I was saying, in my other lesson I did more recently, that earthquake that hit Tibet, the quote unquote holy city. So, like I said, these natural disasters are going to become more and more common. And I said that regarding that the fire as well, because when it first started, we thought, or Salaki, not we, but reporters or officials thought that it was a wildfire, but it was actually started by a woman. And actually they just caught another person trying to start fires again in LA. So, but don't be surprised when more and more of these uh, natural disasters start to come upon the earth, as well as mass casualties. It was at least it was I seen it was reported that like 15 people was deleted or something like that in a some report today. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have to look back at that, but anything over 10 deaths is a mass casualty. So like a 7.0 mag earthquake hit Northern California in early December. See, and I can remember that because they thought it was gonna be they let out a tsunami warning for that as well. Since then, notable quakes have hit in Alaska, parts of the Midwest, South, and even in Ohio, and even for us in St. Louis or back home. There's a New Madrid fault line, which is closer to the Boot, which is further down in Missouri. So I can just look it up actually. New Madrid. It's an area that is very prone to earthquakes. So as you can see, this is what we call the Boot back home. That's the Boot. That's New Madrid. And there's a reason why there's a red zone. And see, Memphis is very close to that area as well. As you can see, this is St. Louis. This is where we're from. So even when you think you're in a safe area, you can still, you know what I'm saying, be affected. Because even though we're not affected by like hurricanes and whatnot, we can still be affected by tornadoes, earthquakes, snowstorms, all of that stuff. Shit, it's over 17,000 people that's being affected by snowstorms in Alaska. 17,000 people without power. So you tell me we're not in the latter days. Part of America is suffering from winter storms. Another part is suffering from fires. And the death toll keeps rising in LA as well. And it's not just the poor people that's being affected too. It's rich people as well. Even though they're trying to save them on the back end. Since then, so like the USGS announced on Monday that a significant earthquake hit much of Japan, causing a tsunami warning to be issued. The quake began at around 9:19 p.m. local time, with its epicenter a few miles offshore at a depth of about 19 miles. Japanese American officials said the Japanese weather agency had issued a tsunami advisory for Miyazaki and Kochi prefectures with expected heights of about 1 meter. One tsunami was measuring about 8 inches. Salaki. One tsunami wave measuring about 8 inches reached some coasts and ports at about 10 p.m. Authorities said they warned residents to continue staying away from the coast and other waterways. In Kochi Prefecture, residents of some areas were advised to evacuate. It's unclear how much damage the earthquake had in Japan. Some of Japan's public transportation was impacted, and Japanese officials were still gathering more information. Residents have been cautioned to be on the lookout for glass and debris. See, look. Cascadia Fault is ready to rupture. I'm not gonna go into this though. I did want to show a video from one of the earthquakes, the one in Japan. Alright, so looks like it does not want to show. Let me see if I can go back and get it to play. Alright, that was pretty much a bit. I'm trying to see though, it's not. Well, guess I don't get to play the video. Well, it's okay. We get to go into the scriptures now, which is the more important part. This is Luke chapter 21, verse Salakia. Verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. So all of these things that are coming to pass upon the earth are signs from the heaven. They're signs and Salakia. Those signs are showing us that we're in the latter days. Because as it reads in Matthew chapter 24, which this verse is similar to that, but there's a reason why I didn't get that one. It says, after it says that, it says, this is the beginning of sorrows. And we've been experiencing this, so we know that the sorrows have already begun. Because we've been hearing of rumors of war. We've been hearing of nations rising against nations. We've been hearing of famines. Because there are famines around the world. We've been hearing of pestilences. There's pestilences and plagues that are continuing to come upon the earth daily. More and more that are increasing. I believe I seen a report. It was either HMPV, I believe. I might be mistaken. It was either HMPV. I believe it was HMPV that said it can lead to pneumonia symptoms, man. Don't take my word for that though, because I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, because it was something I seen at a glimpse. I didn't get a chance to look into it. But one of those pestilences that's coming upon the earth is leading to pneumonia. So okay, I want to go into this word though. Diverse places. Place any proportion or space marked off as it were from surrounding space and inhabited place, the conditions state. An inhabited place of a city, village, district, as it were from surrounding space. So it's gonna be earthquakes in many lands, man, all over. So these, like I said, these are signs from the heaven. That's how we know we're in the latter days. I want to get this. Real quick, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, starting at the first verse. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So that's what we're doing. We're looking at these things that are coming upon the earth and are measuring the time. Because these signs that we're getting from the heaven are making it able for us to tell that we are in the latter days. And this place has a short time. Now, it would be wrong for us to say that we know exactly when this place will end, because that would be incorrect. No one knows. Anyone who says that they know the exact date and time that Yahweh Shai is coming back upon the earth, or when the day of calamity is coming, is a false prophet. Because it says in the scriptures that no one knows. But it does say, or Salaki, it says that no one will know. Not even the angels, not even Yahweh Shai. Only Yahweh. But we are able to measure the times through the scriptures and through the Spirit. Through the signs that are, through the things that are happening upon the earth. Like I said, those are signs from the heavens, from Yahweh, He reveals his secrets to the prophets. So, let me read this, Salaki. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, let me continue reading. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And I'm going to stop right there. I want to get it in the GNT, the good news, Lord willing. Let me see. He answered, the water. He answered, consider all these things very carefully. When you see that some of the signs I've told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when the Most High power will bring judgment on the world he has created. So like I said, we were measuring the times based on the signs that are being given to us, the signs that are being displayed upon the earth. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High Power has spoken about since the beginning of creation. So, the Lord knew these things were going to happen before it happened, because he's the one who caused it to happen. Therefore, he revealed his secrets to his prophets and the hopeful elect, so we wouldn't be in the dark like the rest. The beginning and the end of the beginning and the end of everything that happens in this world are clear, but to the blind and those who have the spirit of slumber upon them, it's not clear. It's very complicated to them. It's very complicated to them to understand. The same is true in the world above. Wonders and miracles show the beginning of events, and mighty signs show when they end. Let me read that again, Baba Kasha. The same is true in the world above. Wonders and miracles show the beginning of events, and mighty signs show when they end. That's why we have to constantly pay attention. We have to be watchmen. We have to watch out for these signs. We have to stay on top of our game. We have to continuously watch, continuously study, continuously pay attention. Like the elders always say, you miss a day, you miss a lot. So there's no time to be slacking off, especially now. And I'm bringing this out just because I want to connect it to the beginning, the things that have been from the beginning. So, for like as all that is made in the world have the beginning and the end, or so like it then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. He spake about these things. He spoke about the end of the world when he created it. I already knew how I was going to end. It's Isaiah 48 and verse 3, and it reads, I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I shewed them, so like it. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass. So he said they were going to happen from the beginning, and then he did them. Because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is an iron sinew, and thy brow brass. So this is basically like these three verses are basically like it's almost like an example of us, the hopeful elect, warning the people, but them still not listening. I've even from the beginning declared it to thee before it came to pass. I shewed it thee, lest thou shouldest say, mine idol have done them, and my graven image and my molten image have commanded them. So I did not mean to do that. And the reason, and I'll tell you, long ago I told you what was going to happen. Then suddenly I took action, and all my predictions came true. So I'm not going to sit here and say that we said they was going to happen and we did them, but through the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or Salaki, through what's the word I want to use? Through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai blessing us with wisdom and understanding, he showed us the things that were going to come upon the earth so we could warn the people and tell them before it happened. There we go. So long ago, I told you what was going to happen, and we've already went into the scriptures where it speaks on the Heavenly Father speaking through his prophets. Then suddenly I took action, and all my predictions came true. So you tell somebody and warn them that something's going to happen, they don't believe you until it actually happens. For I know, this is 2/3 right here though. For I know how stubborn and obstinate you are, because they're stubborn and obstinate, a stiff-necked people. Your necks are as an unbending as iron. Your heads are as hard as bronze. So when we tell these people all these things are going to continue to multiply upon earth, wickedness is going to increase. You're going to keep on seeing all these different disasters. You're going to see collapse of America, all these different things. They're going to still be stubborn. They're still not going to listen until they actually see it for their own eyes. But when that happens, it's going to be too late. That is why I told you what would happen. I told you beforehand what I was going to do. Like I said in my lesson the other day. I can't even say the other day. but this might have been a week or two ago. I said you have been forewarned because we told you all multiple times. You still decided not to listen. That's on you. Then you could never say, my idols did it, my wooden image and metal god commanded it to happen. You have heard my predictions and seen them fulfilled, but you refuse to admit it. Now I will tell you new things, secrets you have not heard. So you can't say that Jesus Christ did it or so-and-so did it. No. Yahweh did it. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua did it. So this is going to be my last precept I bring out tonight. This is Jeremiah chapter 28. This is verse 7. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So, let me read it in NLT. But listen now to the solemn words I speak to you in the presence of all these people. The ancient prophets who preceded you and me spoke against many nations, always warning of war, disaster, and disease. And that's what we're warning the people about. You know what I'm saying? The reason was that Jeremiah 1 and 5, prophet of the nations. We're here to warn the people of these times that are coming ahead. Times that have never been seen before on the earth. So that's all we can do is warn. We can't make you believe that it's going to happen, but we can warn you. And as long as we do that, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're doing the will of the Lord, Yahweh. So, amen. There's nothing new under the sun. Prophets that have prophesied of old have always prophesied these types of downfalls and these types of things. So, it's nothing new, man. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying to you all out there listening and watching. I'm going to end the lesson off there. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double blessings and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again, who told me the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom.